city of mine. How I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, city of mine. How I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life when it's complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people, this is the city I met all my best friends. And I wanna thank every brick, I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keith drove us down to Ike's place while we'd roll up a blunt. And me and Jack would get stoney, walk around and get lost. Don't think I'll ever truly pay back all I was lucky to get just by walking through the city. No, I'm a small part of this.
City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down, city of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
I never really had a place to call my own, so I travel and I roam till I find that. But I'm full of adventure, so I wander and I venture, and it's safe to say that really I don't mind that. I book a flight to try to figure where my mind's at, a spot where I don't spend no money, just some time at. I mix and mingle with the people till I learn a little. I brought some weed and baby, maybe we could burn a little. She said you're funny, I said no, I'm Xavier, then I left. Sun shining, birds chirping, let me take a breath. I'm headed to the city where my chance to make it best. Where people like to give a little, then you take the rest. I'm hoping one day maybe I can find a place to rest. I fell in love with life and wonder where it take me next. I like the hustle and bustle, I fell in love with the fashion. I feel the pulse of the city, it's moving me like a passion and it's mine.
Hometown, baby, we go way back. All the situations, circumstances, still we don't mind. Steady going all night, dancing around the street lights. Hey, I know every street sign, hanging around the block like if you are my friend, then you are welcome any moment. Yeah, city of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down, city of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me
Don't slip on the trail. Tempo, tempo. Can you keep up with my tempo? Tempo. Yeah, blowing up, C4. I just hit the Mike Jackson on my tiptoes. Oh yeah, I know we go wherever that wind blows. The endo. Don't slip on the trail. Don't slip on the trail. High key, I know. I send all of my rap foes like they my tadpoles. Yeah. Blowing up, C4. I just had to go crack now on my Depot. Yeah, that Draco, bustin' like free throws. I do not miss no shots, I got the cheat code. That's why I never lose. They can't predict my moves. I'm way too smooth, I just caught a groove. This right here, that Charizard, the fire in the booth, had to go right back to it, If you ain't talking about money, please save your breath, don't bring it up to me, I pull up and I stunt like a 007 James Bond type movie, Hey, don't slip on the trail. No. Don't slip on the trail. Don't slip on the trail.
Tempo. Love it. Hey everyone. Oh my gosh. Welcome back to the Crazy Crafter Livestream. Super excited to be here with you guys. Happy almost Halloween, everyone. Woo!
Oops, I forgot to wear my hat.
Oh, boo. Start it over.
Hi, everybody. I'm not Jay from Jay's Tabletop Terrain. Great to see you. Everything's awesome. Cool. Great to be here.
You need to ask for a lacrosse, whatever it is, a sponsorship.
I need a sponsorship on this here, and Buc-ee's sponsor me.
I'm gonna need you to perk up your peppiness about 800%, and then you'll achieve the pleasantness that is Jay from Jay's Tabletop Terrain.
I'm too much of a bitch. First curse word.
First curse word of it. Welcome back to the Crazy Crafter Livestream, everyone. We are thrilled and excited to have you all back here. We are thrilled to be streaming today. It has been far too long for all of us. So happy to have all of you out there. Thank you for joining us today on the stream. We got a special Halloween diorama themed live stream today, and we're very excited. Oliver from Broadsword Wargaming is going to be joining us. We did have Shawn from Oak Hill Studios originally lined up, but he had to back out. It is his birthday weekend, and we completely understand. So we're looking forward to having Shawn on later on. But super thrilled that Oliver is going to join us today. So he should be here in just a moment. He's getting home from his gaming store, and he's getting home life settled, and then he'll join us in a little bit. But how are all of you doing? Let us know how you're doing out there. Let us know if you're new to the stream, if you've never been here before. Please introduce yourself to the Foam family. If you don't, if this is your first time here, I get to do this amazing weekend live stream with my two great friends, Michael Patterson and Zane Morgan. Both have amazing YouTube channels, and I am absolutely tickled that we get to hang out again this week, gentlemen. How are you all doing?
Doing
First
good.
of all, happy birthday to B tomorrow.
Thanks, buddy.
23-year-old here.
No, that ship has since sailed. I'm definitely on the old side of young, but I feel great. I'm feeling good. Like birthdays, the birthday is exciting. Ben is really excited. It's Halloween, right? So Ben's really excited to trick or treat. I think we're gonna go. If all goes well, we're going to go hang out with our buddies, Aaron and Sarah, and their two kids, their two boys tomorrow. We're going to go trick-or-treating and then a neighborhood with them. So that'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to hanging out with the Pressburgs and taking Ben. I got to see if I can throw together a makeshift Han Solo costume. Should be pretty easy. I got to run to the thrift store or Kohl's somewhere real quick. But Ben's going as Chewbacca. He's got his Chewbacca costume.
Yes.
So I feel like
Awesome.
I need to whip up a Han Solo costume real quick. That'll be fun.
Very
I
cool.
saw a makeshift Mandalorian costume. They used a trash can with a thong over the face for the helmet.
I mean,
And those tinfoil baking things you can get from the dollar store.
yep.
He wore those on his chest.
Yep.
That's great.
Dude, this is that's a cool setup. You'll have to let us know out there in the chat. Are any of you dressing up for Halloween? Do you guys celebrate Halloween? Obviously, we have Jay from Jay's Tabletop. I totally should have introduced you as that, by the way. I totally missed.
You should have. It's
I
okay.
know, damn it all.
Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunities. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Well, plenty of opportunities to continue making fun of and having fun with everyone on the stream. Michael, are you dressing up as anything for Halloween?
Unfortunately not. No. We've all been ill in our house this week,
Right.
but in the kitchen right now, Lucy and Georgie are making an Elsa costume for her. We're going to dress her up just for fun.
Yay!
But
look at
I
this.
don't think. Oh, there's
I see
Oliver.
It. I see it. Let's get him in here. We'll get him in here. This is great. It's gonna.
I'm glad you didn't let it go.
What do you mean?
Let it go.
Oh, I see. We see. Oliver, are you there, buddy?
I see a name.
I see a name too. We'll get him here in a second. I'm gonna start reshifting and moving stuff around here in a little bit. It may get a little bit funky for everyone on your side. I'm gonna do this, boys. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take away Zane and Michael here for just a second.
My daughter's
Fine.
trying to break in.
Oh, she's trying to break in. She's trying to break in. We'll get.
He's.
Oh, go ahead.
Elsa, don't break in.
Elsa, she's like, you told me to let it go. I ain't letting anything go. We've got some awesome folks out there hanging out with us today. Cross from Campaign Terrain, Carl from Carl Makes Stuff, Stefano from Chimera Wargaming. We have the Dungeon Matron in the house. What's going on? We've got this crazy dude, Zane from Zane Morgan Crafts. Who's that guy? Who let that guy in here? We got Laura Elstead in here. We've got Elston from Elston Nation. Welcome, Elston. Welcome to everyone. How's everyone doing out there tonight? You'll have to let us know what your Halloween plans are, if any. Laura's saying kiddos aren't going out for Halloween this year. Almost 12-year-old Artemis is a Squid Game guard. Oh my goodness. And Persephone is going to be a witch. Yay! Good costumes this year, Laura. The kiddos sound ready to rock and roll. I'm making a vow and a pact. Well, let's see. Have we popped back here? What's going on? Do we got people? I'm still missing. He's getting camera ready.
Yep.
That's all right. You can get camera ready, Oliver. Take your time. I'll bring these boyos back here real quick while we're getting camera ready. Oh, I like these new slide transitions, everyone. They look fancy for me. I like them. Real quick, I wanted to know. So, this is something I want to talk about. This is a little bit of a year in planning, boys. But next year, I normally don't dress up for Halloween. I know that may be like a crazy thing, but I normally do. Oliver, you're there. We see you.
Hey, hello. Can you hear me?
We hear you, my friend.
Yay, we did it. Hello, everyone. Hello, gang.
1 second. It's like this awesome split right now of in the stream, Oliver. It actually almost looks perfect where you're like split evenly with Michael and you. I'm gonna take just a second here, everyone. I'm gonna fix it and get it all situated real quick, and we'll get Oliver in this mix. We'll populate it and get it there. Thanks for joining us today, brother.
More than welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great to finally have you. I've jumped on and hung out on a bunch of your streams, and it's finally great to get to have you on here. We know you're coming straight from work. How was the shop today, my friend?
Good. It was busy today, so Saturdays are normally quite good. I had a couple of people down hobbying away and painting and chatting, so it's just been a bit manic, but I still work in social care as well. So I finished work at 10 and then this morning, and then started there at 11 and then got back at 6, and here I am.
And here
so it's
you
been
are.
Ambitious.
Awesome.
It's been a busy day, hobby fueled and work full day, but good.
Awesome.
How are things where you are?
They're great, man. We're gearing up for Halloween over here in our household. We're looking forward. My son is 5, Ollie, and it's like his favorite holiday. It's also my birthday, so I'm excited. I'm excited.
Wow.
I'm excited for some birthday celebrations, some trick or treating with the family. It's gonna be a ton of fun, man. We're looking forward to it tomorrow. Yeah.
21st birthday again, right?
Yeah, that's what we just said that on the stream.
It's gotta be done, right? Yeah, classic.
We're definitely doing well. But this is great. I'm gonna get we're good over here. This is your first time meeting Zane too, correct? This is the first time.
I think all of you, yeah. I don't think I've spoke to any of you, but I sort of know who you are. Some of us have chatted in various groups or little Discord hangouts or Facebook groups or whatever briefly, but it's nice to put faces to all of you as well.
Certainly is.
I'm sorry in advance.
That's all right. No, I hurt. Get him off. No, thank you. All right. What's everyone doing? Is everyone working on stuff today? You're looking extra Halloweeny? I've got my partner. She streams, so I've got a lot of pink setup here. I made it as everything as we can.
Nothing wrong with
it. I dig it.
I do wear pink well, so it's what they say, isn't it? I've ordered the pink headphones, but I've got the pink microphone. But that's it. I've got kitty headphones. I'm not wearing today.
That's what I was gonna say. I like the kitty headphones that you've worn in the past. That was one of my favorites. And we were taught. That's actually we were kind of making fun about the costumes and having some fun today with our costumes. But I was just telling the boys, getting ready to tell them as you were joining here. Normally, Oliver, and this is a crazy thing, I haven't dressed up for Halloween or my birthday in a long time, and I was like, holy crap, this is crazy. Why am I not dressing up anymore? So I'm making a pact now with everyone and letting everyone else know here on the channel that next year I'm gonna start building a Halloween costume, and I'm gonna give myself a year to do it. So
nice, okay.
I've always loved it as a kid, and I've stopped as a grown up, and especially since we've had our son. But I was like, you know what, no more. I'm gonna start next year. Hasbro just released this toy company released these they're very expensive replicas of the proton packs that the Ghostbusters wear in the movie, and I'm gonna be a Ghostbuster next year. That's gonna be the build over the next year, sporadically here and there. But I'm gonna build myself my own proton pack, and I'm gonna have that for next Halloween. So I'm excited.
Nice.
That's gonna be
fun.
I like
it.
Back to Oliver's question though. What are we building today?
Oh, what are we building today? We're building. We're trying to build some a Halloween diorama. It can be any size of your choice. I've got Tina Martins, thank you. I've got some cool styrodur here. Zane's mad and jealous as all hell. Michael, I need to get you on the screen here, brother. I'm trying. Michael's blank out right now. I need to get him on here. But we're building a Halloween.
You are the void.
I know, he is the void. But Halloween diorama, my friend. So whatever you want. I've got this cool mini that was left over from a Halloween one-shot that I was playing yesterday. You can check him out here, Oliver. But I'm kind
pumpkin lord.
Yeah, a little pumpkin lord, right? I'm gonna
Can
build
we hear
something
the voice
themed
for
around
it?
him. The voice for him. I mean, he kind of sounded like this in the game last night.
Crypt Keeper-esque.
Yeah, a little Crypt Keeper-esque.
Nice.
But that's what we're working on. Are you building anything Halloween themed, Ollie, or what are you working on? It doesn't have to be you build whatever you want, brother. But I
would be, but I am under some serious pressure to get an army ready. I've got a 2K tournament on Thursday. I'm flying to Gibraltar on Thursday morning, and I'm building one knight now. I've just built the other two, so I've got a fully unpainted, as of yet, unassembled army that needs to be ready for I'm
Thursday.
meeting at 5 a.m. on Thursday. So,
oh my gosh,
that sounds cool though.
That is going to be cool. So what army is this again?
Imperial Knights.
Awesome.
So I haven't actually played a lot of 40k since about 7th edition. Small violins out, but I had all my armies stolen.
Oh no!
In 2000 and 12, 13, 14, whatever that was.
Oh, no.
So I haven't played 40k really since. And then I've been invited to the SN Battle Reports, one over in Gibraltar, with a load of other YouTubers and stuff. So that should be fun. So I thought, bugger it, we'll get an army ready. So Imperial Knights seem like they're easier to play. There's only 7 models. I'm under time constraints. It's still a tournament, so it shouldn't take me too long to play in relation to there. I'm going to get my ass handed to me, but hopefully I can get it done.
It doesn't matter. You're going to have a blast.
Style.
You're going to have
exactly.
You're going to have a blast when going to the tournament. That's going to be a ton of fun. Now, how big? So this is still something I'm very new to. Warhammer is still for like outside of knowing that I really like painting with their with all the Warhammer Citadel paints. I'm still new to Warhammer. How big is this? Like for this tournament, how big does your army have to be? What is your task? How many pieces are we talking? Fully done by Thursday.
So 2,000 points is a standard tournament size now. I guess model wise, it's slightly less than it used to be. You would be talking Space Marines, I don't know, maybe 50 models or 40 models and a load of dreadnoughts and stuff. Okay. I've got 3 big Imperial Knights and then 4 small Knights. So I've got 7 models, but they are a foot tall, so I've got those. They've got armor plates. I've done the body on some of them. Some of them literally I'm assembling the bodies now. So I've been doing 2 in the shop today, and I've got 1 here, and that's me done, assembled. Then it's painting. So I'm working Tuesday to Wednesday for 24 hours. So then it's tomorrow, Monday, and Wednesday. That's it. So we'll see. But of course the little one, as I did mention, might very well have COVID right now. So that could scupper the Gibraltar plans a little bit.
That is unfortunate. We're sorry to
hear
that.
I really hope not, man.
I hope not either.
Yeah, it sucks, but I had it myself back in February actually. Last year or this year, it was pretty grim. I know you said you've had it as well over there, and it's been a bit grim. But fingers crossed we can get the hobby done. And even if I don't go, that means I've assembled and painted an army now, and that's some progress, right?
Yes.
I think.
Are you making a video of it at the same time?
I wasn't going to. Now, I have done a few 24-hour videos. I painted some Space Marines. I painted some other bits in 24-hour sessions. I wasn't going to, but I think it's probably going to happen. I think tomorrow's going to be 12 hours and Monday's going to be 12 hours, and we'll just see. Getting ready for a tournament the weekend before, right? It's pretty standard. The night before. We've all been there. At least, if I could have them assembled, I'd be happy. I may end up coming out as a video. Just, everyone could see me break down on camera.
See you cry.
And people enjoy that, so it's fine.
Dude, I'm tripping out over here, everyone, because this is the first time I've worked with this Styrodur, Oliver, and this is
nice.
So this is the stuff that you can get over in the UK and Europe. It supposedly takes texture better, and it does, and I'm losing.
Is it good?
Zane, I'm gonna send you some, Zane. I'm gonna send you some. You have to work with this. I will happily take this as an early birthday present. Tina Martins, you are a fucking godsend. This is super fun. What am I gonna do when I run out of this stuff? That's my word now.
Have you been sent that then, have you, as a gift?
I mean, so we had on my channel here, Ollie, I had a good buddy of mine who got married back in October, just a couple weeks ago, and back in July we had a competition, or a challenge rather. He and his wife are huge Lord of the Rings fans, so he's also a YouTuber, and he was just like, hey, how about would you think your community would be interested in building dioramas for the wedding? And I was like, I bet you they would. So folks from around the world participated, and they entered this challenge, and we're actually going to have Richard come on next week, and we're going to talk about the results from this little competition, and we've got some cool prizes that we're gonna be giving away on that stream. So they built stuff from around the world, Oliver, and sent it to him, and that's how all that went down. It's absolutely fantastic. So as a result of that, Tina, who's one of the folks that hangs out with us here all the time, she included in her diorama, she sent a bunch of extra Styrodur for me to work and play with. So I lucked out.
That's mega. Yeah, it's nice. It sounds like a cool community project as well. Like a big Lord of the Rings based stuff. Who's not a fan of Lord of the Rings, really, right? I mean, that's pretty epic.
How can you not be? If they're well, Michael's not that big of a fan. He's starting to grow into it a little bit, but we'll see. He may.
It's all right.
Dude.
Where are all you guys all over the world? Whereabouts are you all? Obviously, I'm over in Ireland, but I don't know, where everyone is here.
I'm in London. We've swapped places, Oliver.
Yeah, I figured I've seen your channel a bit. I know I figured you're Irish, and I was like, oh. And then I saw somewhere I didn't think you were in Ireland. I was like, oh.
But do you know, I've actually been on your street where you live, to be honest, man, because I've spent a lot.
Way
of
to be
time
creepy.
Yeah, you spent a lot of time watching me through the windows. Are you?
Happy Halloween.
Oh, great.
Probably before you lived there, but I've spent a lot of time in Athlone, Mullingar, all of that Midlandsy kind of area, just doing gigs and stuff. So
it sounds like you all live in Middle Earth. I've been Allingar, like Midgar, like it sounds like Middle Earth over there.
Athlone, Rohirrim, no Rohan, no Rohan here. But, that's brilliant. Whereabouts
I'm in Chicago, though.
Chicago.
I'm in Chicago.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chicago for Zane. I'm in Los Angeles. Oliver.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's a fairly worldwide spread then.
It's a worldwide spread. We're international, baby. We're international. So it's a ton of fun. It's always a blast. Like, it's been one of the cool things about the channel, brother, is getting a chance to connect with everyone. I first became familiar with Broadsword Wargaming. Man, this was a while ago. You have to help me remember, but you were a guest on on Josh's stream on the Pickle Jar a while ago. That was
some while ago. That was
a while ago. That was when I first connected. He's like, I've got this guy named Broadsword. I was like, who the hell's this guy? I hadn't heard of him yet, and I absolutely loved connecting with your channel, getting to check out all of your stuff. I love that converted toy build, the arena. That's a fun one.
It's been one of the bigger videos, that one. Yeah,
it's
I think
great
that's
one.
up there is the second biggest one. It's man, there is more toy content coming. I came back from Dublin this weekend, so I've been scouring adverts.ie, and I have picked up. I spent too much money on pointless kids tat.
No such thing. That's going to be a ton of fun.
It's coming, man. There's a couple. I've got a little spoiler for you. I've got some Frozen castles.
Nice.
One of them plays the Frozen theme tune if you open the gate to it. So let it go. So that could be a bit of a laugh.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we'll be tuning in. My daughter's actually dressing up as Elsa tomorrow for Halloween.
Brilliant. Mm-hmm. There you go. What are you dressing up as then? Are you the other one? Are you the other princess? Or are you...
I've got a gorilla.
He's
a gorilla mask.
He's definitely the other princess.
That looks lovely on you. That fits perfect.
You should wear that all the time.
Some might say it's an improvement.
Yeah, I would. That's not an argument. That's a fact.
Yeah, I don't know well enough, but I agree. Sure.
For those of you who can't get enough of me streaming today, there's a really cool event just after this stream, about an hour after this stream today. Today is Atmoseeker. It's a live play. So Oliver, right after this, I'm doing a live play, D&D one shot run by another awesome content creator. His name's
Sebastian, is it?
Yeah, from Australia. And then we're going on with RPG Music Maker, Devs and Dice, and then 3D tabletop printing, and myself. We're all going to be playing in this one shot that Sebastian has been working. Dude, he's been working so hard on this one shot, guys. Like, all the preparation from the terrain to the game itself, and then I expect
no less from him.
I mean, Sebastian is, when it comes to, that's his whole thing. If you're not familiar with Sebastian's channel, is Atmosphere for the tabletop, but the amount of effort that he's put into, Oliver, it looks like a studio production. It looks like a studio production.
I'm a big fan. I don't know why his channel isn't bigger, because, man, the quality, I like nice quality stuff, and his stuff is just amazing.
I agree.
His builds are great. Like, we spoke a fair bit. He's a really nice guy as well.
Yes.
So yeah, do go check him out. Cause I can't believe you get to do a D&D session with him. I'd love that. He's an absolute wizard with all that kind of stuff.
He is. And so this is the first live play of its kind on his channel, y'all. So he wants to. This is something that he is excited to produce and get more of. So show it some love. Yeah. Be sure to tell your friends about it. I'm going to be posting about it. Over on all my community tabs here before it goes live today. But it's going to be about 2 hours is what Seb is planning. And I know for a fact we had a brief online meeting about a month ago when we were chatting about characters, and we'd kind of already rolled up our characters and what they'd be like, and it just turned into like an impromptu improvisation about how everything would kind of go, and I was like, oh my god, this is going to be a ton of fun. It's so I'm hoping, Oliver, this isn't going to be the last one that Sebastian does, and you will definitely have to get in on some of that.
Yeah, man, I will invite myself along.
I will. You should.
He's an absolute lad as well. He's so good, and he's really nice. Like I spoke a little bit because I do a lot of terrain stuff on my channel.
Yep.
So I've spoken a little bit about like smoke effects and lighting effects because it's kind of like, for me, that's not really my realm. I'm quite like a messy, slap it together, do something, where he's very technically good. You know?
Yay! Do you use a ruler, Oliver?
A ruler?
Yeah.
Rarely. Like I should. Basically, I spend
crafter after my own heart, my friend.
I spend the first few hours building. I'm doing a building right now with for Lachlan from Zorpazop Gaming. He's doing a Minas Tirith build. So
I love his channel.
He's lovely. Yeah, I'm building a Minas Tirith building with him, a blacksmith, a broadsword blacksmith.
Oh, so
Minas
cool.
Tirith. And man, basically, I've started it with no real idea of what I'm doing. I'm sort of hacking stuff up until it looks like a right sort of size, and then fingers crossed it works.
I'm gonna post Oliver.
That gives me anxiety.
No, I love it. So Oliver's most welcome on the stream anytime. Like I love it. My whole thing is like rulers are overrated, and like I'm very much kind of that natural organic build.
This thing that I'm using right now.
Yeah, what's that? I don't.
Never seen one.
Lame. Never seen it before.
I got myself a corner device the other day, just a ruler with a corner.
I got.
And I was like,
yep.
I need at least to get 90 degrees, right?
I'm sending you a picture to our little group chat that we had that I sent the Zoom link to. I ran a Halloween themed one shot from my buddies here last night at my place, and I built the terrain for the encounter last night, so you can check it out. But like,
oh man,
I actually did use rulers on that one for a little.
That's
bit.
understandable.
I know.
Oh, that's a very Lord of the Ringsy, isn't it? You know, the like has that kind of feel to it. The tomb type concept. That looks lovely.
Yeah,
I mean, that's cool. Yeah, builder after my own heart, right? I'm very much like I do a lot of work with in fact I stock it as well. I do a lot of work with Luke from Geek Gaming, so we've done a lot of builds together, and sort of go along with his sort of style really of get it on there, slap it together. When it starts to look shit, put something else on it, and eventually it'll look good again. Or not. So that's kind of my way.
I like that way too. Like, it's nice to have a plan, and there's good things. And I did have, so this one kind of was a little bit of a hybrid for me. I knew that I wanted kind of those arches in there, and I wanted a ruin effect, but I definitely wanted to make sure there was some symmetry going on. So I was like, all right, I guess I can use a ruler for a small portion of this build. But
I think there's nothing wrong with going in with a plan, right? Like I normally get some terrain. Get that assembled, get it on the board. I tend to make 1,000 point 40k boards. So, what's that, like 30 by 44 inches? Two kill team boards put together. Look at that, and I go, right, here's some terrain. Oh, okay, put that there, and then it kind of just evolves from there. Really, it goes to a point where I basically think it's all garbage and want to cry, and then I go, get past that point, and then it starts to look okay again, and then throw loads of stuff on it, and then there you go. That's a board.
That sounds very familiar.
Yeah, it's the way, right? It's the way forward for me. But no, that sounds amazing, man. The D&D, and you said you've got is it Dan from 3D Printed Tabletop?
Yeah, Danny's coming on. Yeah, on there today too.
He's a great chap. I printed a load of his. I did some of his buildings for his Kickstarter.
Yep.
A while ago. So he's a nice chap. He's a lovely chap, isn't he, as well?
Yeah. So all of those gents on there today. Leif from Devs and Dice. He's lovely. So I had just found Luke was just like, I remember Luke talking about. He's like, oh man, he's like, you got to check out Devs and Dice. And I started checking his channel out, and literally as I started watching his stuff, Sebastian's like, oh yeah, you're gonna be playing with I was like, oh my god, I got really excited because I love his channel as well. But the another content creator on there that I wasn't familiar with, Travis Savoy from RPG Music Maker. Travis, it composes music for tabletop gaming, Ollie, and wow. It's not just good for D&D. I think music is such an. I don't know about you, and I'm curious to know as a Warhammer player if you do this, but music in game I feel enhances. I love having good music, and I will set a playlist for my gaming that night, and Travis has a ton of stuff, and he'll let you use. He is a lad because he will let you use his music for, like, you can use it in your videos for content creation.
Oh, brilliant.
He just releases it out there. He's got a Patreon you can support him on too, but he's this badass musician that is going through and composing such amazing music for everyone. It's literally where I look at that group and I'm like, what am I doing here? I'm like, how am I here? How fortunate am I to be part of such a cool thing with so many great talents. So it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that today.
I find music super important. I mean, like in the shop, no music. Music just helps atmosphere. So when I'm gaming, I like music. All my videos, there's never a minute where there's not music unless I intentionally have it that way. It's pretty much always music, like intros for war games, battle games, B-roll stuff's all nice, which everything's just better with music, right?
Yep.
Yep.
For sure.
Zane, do you utilize music when you guys were playing in your campaign? Is that a part of the tabletop for you guys?
1,000%. I think I actually annoyed because I mean the last campaigns I did, I wasn't the DM, so I was just the annoying player that was like, oh, here's the sound effects and oh, here's the music. But I needed that for myself to get immersed into it. So for me, yeah, I think it's absolutely important.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's what I do. I do similar to Sebastian, where I'll create my own sound effects and shit. I'll see a mini or a monster and I'm like, yep, this is how it's going to sound. I'll go into Audacity and just make something.
That's cool.
Brilliant.
That's cool. Does Lucy utilize music for her games, Michael?
Yep, 100%. What was the name of this guy again that you were just talking about?
His name?
Trevor.
No, Travis Savoy.
Travis.
Savoy.
Yeah,
You can
find him.
find him, the RPG Music Maker. And then he's on Spotify as well.
Because I'm gonna look that up. I mean, if you're saying that because I'm always looking for good music for videos as well.
That's what you just you reach out to him and let him know that you as long as you're crediting him, you're good to go. He's amazing. His stuff it's not just like a couple of things. It's a lot of content. And I used
library.
It's a library. I used it last night. So I actually have you guys heard of Beetle in the Bardcore?
No.
Beetle in the Bardcore is another good one. Beetle in the Bardcore takes modern hip hop and turns it into Bardcore music from like you hear nice. on a lute. What does Sexy Back sound like on a lute? It sounds amazing, by the way. So my whole thing took place in a pop-up tavern, so that medieval hip-hop theme was great. But then when it came to like the introduction and combat, I switched over to Travis's music last night, and it was clutch. I fucking loved it.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Just I love it. I love music for everything. When I'm editing, I've got music on. If I'm playing poker online, I've got music on. If I'm doing whatever, it's constantly there. Like always.
100%.
It helps like set me up for whatever I'm doing as well. If I'm editing, it's chill. If I'm trying to be aggressive doing something like whatever competitive, sure, get that going as well. It's really helps.
Well, last night I was typing up my last episode for Scary Stories, and I needed to get in that mindset of spookiness, so I just put on. It was, I think, atmospheric tracks and soundtracks from scary movies just to get myself in that mindset. So.
Nice.
I listened to a lot of Skyrim soundtrack.
Ooh, yes.
I probably had that a lot, and there's a couple of video game ones as well, like Final Fantasy music, stuff like that. I listen to that kind of stuff a lot. I find that really helps me, for sure.
Yeah, Skyrim is definitely one that I've utilized before as well. Such amazing music.
Yeah. And still a great game. I wish I had more time to do stuff, but my partner, she got the Oculus Quest recently, so I've had to go on the Skyrim VR on that, with a couple of mods.
Oh man, I really want to do that.
How was that?
Brilliant. It's something you literally you can download the mods, so it's otherwise you kind of have a disjointed no body but hands. It kind of makes you feel weird. But once I downloaded a load of mods, I've never done that before. I've never done mods. I'm not really very tech savvy other than editing probably. And it took me a while. I figured all that out, and man, it's so good. It's like the Oculus Quest. I had the old VR set. It used to make me sick. I don't know, the PlayStation 1 used to get travel sick on it, like that blurry, I think stuff lags too much or something, it makes you feel sick. This one, it doesn't. Like, you're not connected to anything, you just got, everything. And there's loads of mods where you can like open your own hands and that like cast spells and stuff. It's super geeky, but man.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Maybe I shouldn't get play with that, because that sounds like a whole rabbit hole for me that I have no time to go down. But
if you want to get stuff done, don't do it. Right?
Okay,
that's it.
Good.
Goodbye YouTube.
Yeah, goodbye YouTube for sure.
Why do you think I've not put any videos out in ages? I've been saying it's because of work and the shop and whatnot, but no, it's just from Skyrim.
It's virtual Skyrim. Yep. Dude. Oh man, how's everyone's builds coming along? Where are we at? Have you assembled your knight, Ollie?
How by hell? I'm a very precise but slow assembler. Okay. I'm afraid. So
I found myself to be the same way when working with that. When I'm clipping stuff off sprues, I was just I was just like, I need it to be perfect, and I don't know why I did that, because I wasn't building minis. I was building terrain, and I was like, I need to change the mindset. Like, just chill and start.
I just can't help it. It's how I am. I'm just everything needs to fit perfectly, and I hate mold lines, and I don't know, you know.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Bit of a perfectionist, but
Michael, they're talking about your plant in the background in the chat.
Plant.
Plant looks great.
What about the plant?
Let's see.
Yeah, my build is coming on good. I am building a light box kind of thing just for fun. Some kind of. So I'm going to put lights behind this. I've got a silhouette character in here, and I'm going to paint it up to look like stone. Just to set it up somewhere as a little light thing for Halloween.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Zane, what did you do in preparation? Zane, I know you fired up the printer. You had stuff printed. What did you print out?
Yeah, I printed up my jack-o'-lantern STLs that I made, and
so these are the ones that you made. Dude, those turned out great, Zane.
So I'm painting those. I'm gonna stick them on this light strip.
You sculpted those yourself? You made those yourself?
Yep, that's what I do. I do 3D prints.
Yeah,
so design STLs.
Yeah, so Zane is our resident STL blender mad scientist over here. So he's been on a. So those jack-o'-lanterns are those the first organics that you've designed?
Yeah. So that was my first.
Ridiculously awesome for your first design there, brother. They look great.
Because I typically make like architectural pieces to aid in terrain creation.
Will you show your cabin? Show your cabin off there. Will you show that off? It's a little bit of a sneak peek.
So this video is coming out probably tomorrow, but this one.
Yeah. Ooh, right.
The pillars are 3D printed. The doors, windows are 3D printed. The skull is 3D printed, but everything else is foam. So.
If you want to see more of Zane's STLs, I'm also putting out a video tomorrow, and I'll be using some of Zane's STLs in that build.
That's right. That's going to be a really cool build that y'all collaborated on. So you stay tuned. That's premiering tomorrow?
Yep.
Nice.
If everything goes to plan.
Yeah. These are, so this is the coolest thing about this community and this channel here, Ollie, is we've gotten to connect with so many wonderful, awesome folks like this, like Zane, Michael, everyone out there in the Crazy Crafter community. That's it's how I connected with Josh from the Pickle Jar, Elston Nation, Luke from Geek Gaming Scenics, now you. So it blows my mind how much talent and support is out there in our community too.
Just a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, it's something that is overwhelming. I always will marvel at it, and I love it.
But everyone has such different skill sets as well. Like even here, none of us really do the same content, but we're all in the same sphere, right? We all do like content of some sort about modeling or hobbying or terrain or music or whatever. And it's like the fact you just in there, obviously Luke and Josh and Elston, people like that. We know them. And I think now as YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and Twitch are all opening up, I think more people are connecting now, are feeling more comfortable connecting. Whereas I think there's always the competitive element, you know, and there is a bit of that, and there's a bit of, you know, online competition with people. But I think it's great when people just get together and like just hang out, you know. Like ultimately, whenever I talk to someone, they're pretty much always nice, always into something interesting. There's always something to talk about, and it's how people help each other, isn't it? Like, you know, the fact Zane just showed some sculpty bits there, and obviously Michael, you've got them on your channel. Like, it just spreads that way, right? Like, I think everyone kind of supports everyone else's projects, and it's brilliant, really.
Yep. It 100% is. It's
you can peep some of my other ones right here in the back, but
yeah, the other like that bridge. That's what I want for my birthday, Zane. I want you to print me the bridge, and I'll pay for the resin, I'll pay for the shipping, but I want that fucking amazing bridge.
I'll have a go at that bridge as well. Thanks very much. Yeah, I like that log cabin as well. Sure.
Taking orders now. Hey,
if you want to see more of Zane's buildings, do check out on my channel. Probably in 6 months' time when I've managed to wangle them out of him after this stream.
I want to talk to you a little bit, Ollie, about your store. Talk to us a little bit about Broadsword Wargaming, like, because I don't know the inception of how did it come to be that you run and own that store?
It wasn't the plan. So I've been doing YouTube now for just over 2 years. So this year I've hit, I think I'm at like 35,000 plus subs now. So it's got to a point where, you know, I feel I've got a bonus to launch another platform now. You know, like I feel there's a bit of stuff out there where I can promote the shop and everything. And like I actually launched it before Brexit happened, and now I was in the UK when I started.
Oh wow!
I've moved to Ireland now, so basically people from England can't buy, people from Ireland or Europe can't buy from England anymore, really.
Right.
So it's opened up the door for Europe to have its own sellers. Like, you know, I'm not competing against UK stores now. I'm competing against EU and or Irish. So, but actually, I had a studio when I first started, and then I moved over here and I had kind of a shed, and then it got too cold and it was awful, and I couldn't film them anymore, really. It was just too cold. It was dripping. It was wet. All my stuff was getting ruined. All my MDF got moldy. Everything was getting wrecked. So I thought, right, I need to find a space now. So I managed to find a place in town, and it had two rooms with a big back room and a kitchen in that as well. And I thought, okay. So I made the upstairs into a studio. So the upstairs, I thought, great, we'll have a studio. And then I've been hobbying for nearly 30 years now, like since I was literally a kid. And I kind of, like, there's nothing around here where I live. You've got 4 hours to Dublin, 4 hours to Cork. That's literally it. There's nothing for my side of the country. And I always kind of enjoyed it as a kid. My ethos was like, I want to help new pets. The whole point of the channel, I want to like help people do stuff, stop the fear of, you know, trying, like the airbrush, how to airbrush is like my biggest video. And the concept of that was like, make it really simple and show people it's not scary. Because I had an airbrush for 6 months before I used it. And I was like, oh God, I'm going to break it. How do you work it? What do you put in? How do you clean it? So I made that as simple as I can. And that kind of like helping people. It's nice. It makes you feel good. It's what I had when I started as a kid. So the concept was to have something to play. So I thought, bugger, I've got a downstairs room. I'll make a couple of gaming tables and people can come up and play. We've got a place to meet rather than someone's house in the middle of a field or whatever. I thought, okay, we'll have a place for people to come and meet up. And then I've known Luke for a good few years now. And when Brexit happened, he's like, right, I need someone to distribute around Europe. He's like, would you fancy it? I thought, okay, I'll do Geek Gaming EU or whatever. I thought I'll distribute around Europe now because he can't. And then I got another similar offer from another company, for War Games Atlantic. They said, oh, you know, we're struggling with distributors now after Brexit. I thought, well, I've got 2 now I'm distributing for. I guess I might as well, like, make a decision now. Do I try for a shop or something and just go all in and see what I do? Or do I just do that and keep ticking along? And it's ended up now, so I stopped Games Workshop, so Mantic Games, a few things. And my partner, actually, she quit her job last month and she now works in the shop. So we've got a child as well. So like I still work my job and I still do YouTube and I still do whatever, and she streams but it's kind of meant she can spend more time with the kid as well.
That's lovely.
You know, we got a bit more time together rather than me. I couldn't physically do the shop anymore and my job and everything. It was too many 24-hour days, just endless. So I thought, okay, just a gamble. It's scary. It's a bit nerve-wracking, and it's, you know, I've had to be sort of financially to depend on everything now to pay her wages and whatever. So it's not been easy, but it's there and it's building now. It's been a couple of months we've been open. And it's nice to have people coming in who are just like, I can't believe there's something like this here. Like we've had Nowhere to Hobby for years. I really like Warhammer. I've never seen it before. Dude. You know, and there's a lot of new people coming in. We do open painting nights, how to play days, stuff like that. And it's just been really nice having like kids and things come in with their mums or whatever, like I had when I was a kid. And that's what I really wanted to like bring to the area, you know?
That's
awesome.
That's lovely, Oliver. I think gaming stores are essentially community centers. Like they're a community center.
Exactly it.
They 100% are where that's important for the development. I think that social interaction, that tabletop gaming and role playing games, they give you a chance and a perspective to glean the shoes of what it's like to be someone else and what that experience must be like, and it opens up the perspective. And what it develops too is your ability to listen and engage your mind in a creative aspect, but as well as navigate. Like there's good sportsmanship. How to play a game and both win and lose gracefully is
100%
is a huge factor in those. So I think that is an absolutely. I'm so happy to hear that your that dream and goal is sounds like it's alive and thriving well, my friend.
It does. Thank you. No, I totally agree. And I know it does sound cliche and it sounds a bit like whatever, but really but that is how I got into it. And I did a video a couple of months ago where I spoke about I had a load of White Dwarf magazines from like 1991 or whatever, like when I started in 1992. I've got two older brothers, so we all kind of got into it together. And even now, my elder brother's into it. He's 40 now, I'm mid-30s, and we still all play Warhammer, and it's still the one thing all three of us connect over. So, we've got a group, and whether or not all over the world, I'm in Ireland now, whatever, people live all over the place, it's still one thing we can come and talk about and say, hey, I'm just painting some Space Marines, let's hobby together, and I'll put my phone on and we'll all FaceTime. It's been something we've always been able to do together, and I think to be able to bring that to people now and pass the baton on, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pass the torch to another generation, people here who don't have anything like that. And I just spent a lot of my teenage years in Games Workshop and younger, and sure, there's a financial dependability now that, I have to be accounting for Kira's wage and myself, whatever, but I still have my other job, and that's fine. But for me, the ethos really is that enjoyment, that social aspect. And you say it's like developmental. I don't know, you're doing maths, you're reading books, you're doing all sorts of stuff when you're a kid. You're learning rules, you're whatever it is. And it's cool. And it's not, you're not reading a boring old book, you're reading something that you have an interest in. And if that helps people, and if it helps people, particularly, our community does have all sorts from all types of walks of life, really, and people who may not be as socially confident and vice versa. It gives everyone something they can talk about. That's just like us here today. Don't know any of you really, but we can all talk about Warhammer and hobbies and D&D, and it's just that nice sphere. And I think as the stigma is leaving now, when we were younger, you had to take your Warhammer box, cover it in a coat, hide it on the way on the school bus.
Really?
Do you know what I mean?
Really?
Oh man, you get bullied in England. Come on,
yeah, absolutely.
Your Warhammer box and you've got the eagle on the front, turn it round, hide it under your jacket, put it in a bag and don't let anyone see it on the bus. But now things like Game of Thrones and Stranger Things have made D&D cooler. Lord of the Rings to an extent it was big, not that it's necessarily cool, I don't think, but do you know what I mean? I think it is, but do you know what I mean? Socially, it's all socially more acceptable now, and get people coming in now who just feel like, oh, I would like to see it, I just don't know what it's about, I'm a bit scared. Come on down, that's the point, I think.
It's true. This quote unquote the nerd culture is no longer a taboo thing. It's something that's being embraced, which is
nerds rule now.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, nerding is cool now, right? So you've got you have it's things like Game of Thrones and Stranger Things, massive for D&D, and now we've got Game of Thrones coming again, and all these kinds of shows. Really, they've just made things.
In your shop, Ollie, would you lean much more towards Warhammer, or do you have other games and
So we're still, we're a few months old now, so we're still growing. But I think the next step for me now is stuff like there's a good few Magic players and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, all that kind of stuff. So I think opening out to that audience, I play a bit of Magic myself, Kira, and in fact our kid, we got the Pokemon starter set. She really enjoys it because she likes the Pokemon, the cards and the pictures. So we've got that set, and I think then moving into it. There's a group now, a D&D group. So I think we're going to get a D&D sessions running. I've got a good few tables, good few 4x4s that people can sit and have a session around together. And
awesome.
And so I'm not the biggest space either, but we'll do our best to accommodate all of it. So I think Magic and D&D and stuff's probably next on the rise, and then keep expanding into Games Workshop and see how we go. Yeah, it's brilliant. Apologies for the long spout there, but
no. This is.
To be honest. Well, sorry. Go ahead, Colin.
I was just gonna say, this is one of the things. This is why we love having people on, Ollie, is like we love this channel and this community is about supporting everyone else within our the crafting and hobby community, and it's one of the big talking points. You know, it's you've been on the list to get on the stream, especially since we've connected through the chat that we've been a part of for months now. It's just that, you know, work has picked back up for me, and it's been crazy, and the universe is awesome, and here you are on the stream. So we are all about having our community become as familiar with you and every component of Broadsword Wargaming, from the store to the channel. So that's what we're here about. So you need not apologize for all of that, my friend.
It's easy to get carried away, right? It's just, I don't know, we're passionate about it. I guess we're all passionate about these things, 100%. And it's easy to gibber on about it, really. But,
it's we've actually got a member of our community, Mike from Mike Creates, and he just released a video this week about his dream to open a board gaming shop.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm not sure if he's in the chat. I haven't noticed if he's in the chat this evening.
I won't lie to you, it's not easy.
I'm sure
he's there.
Oh, he's there, is he?
He's there. Awesome. Hey, Mike.
So maybe, Mike, if you've got any specific questions for Ollie,
absolutely.
Ask away. I'm sure
that would be the one. Yep.
You know, it's not all sunshine and butterflies or whatever, but you know, like there's days I think basically Friday feels like a good day, and Monday always feels like a terrible day because Monday is bill day. So you know what I mean? Monday it's like, right, okay, am I gonna have enough money to pay Kira? Like, am I gonna have enough money to buy the stock I need? And then Friday it's like, okay, it's okay. And then Monday's terrible again. But you know, that's the ups and downs. Like, I've run pubs in the past, so I am accustomed to businesses. But I still work. I work in social care actually at the moment. I do 24-hour shifts in social care, looking after people with learning difficulties.
Okay.
So I think without that, I would maybe be stressing a bit more. But I feel like, you know, ultimately I have a wage to fall back on. We have a house and a child and things to support, and I feel like the YouTube channel at least was a good outlet, a good starting place, because at least I've got some reach, some audience, and people who are, you know, who come in, and all the tables I build are all available in the shop as well. So if you want to play on that big Colosseum board, it's there. If you want to play on whatever,
that's so
trench
cool.
board, they're all there, and people come in, and it's quite nice, you know, for people to play them. And
I love that.
And since then we've been.
Josh from the Pickle Jar said he'd buy all your stuff when he comes next year. So
there you go, perfect.
We'll keep you in business.
That's what I need. There you go. Thanks, Josh. Yeah, but no, it's nice, and it's you know, another good thing really is my partner Kira now. She plays, and prior to lockdown she hadn't really, and when we lost the opportunity to sort of have people over and I couldn't do battle reports, couldn't do stuff, she thought, bugger, I'll have a go. So she painted her first model on the channel in a video, and then she had a look at the pile of shame, which I had no idea about stuff. We did a pile of shame video, and she's like, right. I was like, guess this. She's like, I don't know, like $1,000 or whatever. I was like, sure. So that was quite fun. And now she herself, she streams and she paints, and she's part of the community now. And
love it.
It's brilliant. So it's.
Kira's actually got a stream tonight, right?
Oh, nice.
She does, yeah. She's streaming tonight as well.
What's her? She streams on Twitch?
She does, yeah.
How does she like streaming on Twitch as opposed to what does she find she likes that platform as opposed to she tried YouTube? That's one I'm always looking for, because I always debate, like, should I be streaming on Twitch? Is YouTube the right place for me? So I'm curious what her experience has been on Twitch, like what she likes.
I want to say they're both very different skills, to be honest. Twitch, you know, it's more like this, but you know, we've not got a person to talk to. It's you have to sort of build that community and be that right kind of person for people to want to talk to. And you know, I think Kira's a good mix between entertainment and sort of learning. You know, she's a good painter and she's come on a long way, but she's always keen to try a new technique out somewhere and do that on stream with people. And it's quite nice to watch, to see someone trying water effects for the first time, or trying whatever, dry brushing or oils or something. But yeah, I think Twitch doesn't require any editing. Do you know what I mean? So for myself, like I'm struggling a little bit to get on with YouTube at the moment. I'm finding it's a lot of time, and which it always has been, of course, but just feeling a little bit disheartened with it at the moment, and I guess a bit burnt out maybe. Whereas you know, there's a lot of afterwork to do, particularly if you want nice videos. You know, it's like you edit stuff for ages and you do all sorts of things, and you can be really proud of a piece and it might not do that well, or
Yeah.
you know, sometimes not every, you know, 99% of the community are lovely, but you get a few and it all kind of wears you down a little bit. And so I think Twitch, she doesn't have that element to that. But at the same time, there's no repeats, there's no retries. Do you know what I mean? She does something, says something, whatever, and that's it's there. Whereas I can, you know, I prefer YouTube a little bit more than Twitch because there's sort of less stress to be on. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
To be on. Whereas, so she enjoys that, and I don't think, you know, she's not really keen on editing and stuff like that. Although she's been in a good few of my videos now, but yeah, I think she enjoys it as a platform. Actually, yeah, she's got a really nice community now, and it's grown a little bit over this past. But she's been doing it about a year now, so it's lovely. It's nice to see. It's nice to see her. But she, you know, was never that big into hobbies, but now she just loves painting, and she's bought her first 40k army, and she plays a bit now.
What army did she get?
She started off with fantasy stuff, and now she's currently working on, in fact, this big Kraken, massive Kraken model.
Oh, cool.
She's painting right now, which is cool. She's into like elementals and stuff. She's been playing Kings of War, so she's got like, which is perfect for D&D, look like water elementals and waves and tree stuff. But she's got Grey Knights for Warhammer 40k because she listens to a couple of the audiobooks in the car. So she likes sort of getting into a bit of the lore now, and she quite enjoys like Garrow and a few of these Grey Knight characters. So I think that's, you know, they're anti-demon space psychic wizards in armor, like pretty cool, right?
Super cool.
Super cool. So yeah, we did have our first D&D session not so long ago. Actually, I bought all the stuff. We played some D&D. I've not played since, you know, I've not played for a long bloody time, but it's always good fun as well.
How many? Did you run the game then, Ollie?
No, I had a friend of ours run the game. I've not played D&D myself since I was like 13, 14. I actually played Vampire Masquerade, was what I played a lot when I was younger.
Okay.
But a friend of ours ran it, so just us two, and he was DMing. It was good fun. It's definitely something we'd like to get into more for sure, because it's you know, I'm actually an actor by trade, so I quite enjoy the theatre of it and the voices and the.
Get your ass out of here! I didn't know that. You're an actor, huh?
Yeah, not for a few years now, but yeah, I do a lot of singing. I still do a lot of singing now. I do musicals and.
Have you? Can you see all the things hanging behind me here?
I can see all those lovely weapons. I did see all those. Yeah.
So, actor as well, and also a fight director. So that's my business that I have that you see hanging behind me here, buddy. So
I was going to ask about them. Yeah.
You're like, why do you have so many swords?
A million weapons.
Yeah. It's that's why they're there. I own a theatrical weapons rental company here in LA, and rent out to you know, universities, theater productions, whatever needs. So all my stuff is made for the stage, and that's what it goes out for. So that's been the primary push before the pandemic. I teach stage combat as well, so train actors how to fight. I teach acting, but recently, now out of all of this, out of YouTube, really spawning new skill sets and stuff, I'm like, you know, the pandemic really it rocked my world as it did with so many other financially. Theater shut down. No ability to get in the theater and work. So it's been cool to kind of just revamp and think about, like, you know, what direction I want to head. So I recently started making a push. I'm looking for representation again out here in LA. So I'm gonna. It's because they're you know, all these protocols and stuff are in place now. So film and television is gonna keep rolling. And we'll see. Theater's still coming back, but I'm like, you know, I'm diving back into it. Did you do any film or TV, or was it all theater primarily for you?
Yeah, both. I actually, when I was 17, I started. I wouldn't say a lucky break, but I did Summer Holiday and Jesus Christ Superstar for a good few months. So I was just one of the supporting the characters in Summer Holiday and Jesus for a while in Jesus Christ Superstar when I was about 19, and then I moved into. I did The Importance of Being Earnest. I do a lot of like period drama pieces.
Awesome.
I'm less like posh than I used to be now, but was a very well spoken child. So I could always do that kind of stuff. And then I got a few film pieces. Yeah, actually, I did done quite a few, which is good fun over the years. I myself, actually, I used to fence for county. I used to do fencing. And then I studied HEMA for a good few years as well. So sword fighting, man, I horse ride as well. So horse riding and sword fighting is kind of up my alley.
Okay,
really.
what don't you do?
Yeah, what don't you do, Ollie?
I don't know.
Edit
Nothing.
YouTube videos.
Don't bother making YouTube videos anymore. No.
That's awesome. I never fenced competitively or did anything like that. I so wanted to, and I still may. I've always wanted to like just take some fencing classes. I always thought it would be great for my footwork, and it's just a ton of fun. Like I've sparred for sure. Sometimes not taking all the safety precautions that you should, but that's okay.
Do we ever? Come on,
sorry,
I mean, we always take all safety precautions to everything we do. If you're airbrushing, do wear a mask at all times. Do have all windows open and a booth. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Always. You'll never see me not doing that, or not wearing gloves or something, or using my printer without a mask on. Sure.
Dude, I love it. I'm thrilled to hear that whenever the time comes for the day we meet, that we shall. It sounds like swords can be crossed on that day too. So
for sure, man. I'm coming over. I'll be there next month.
You guys have a place. We have the spare bedroom. It's ready and waiting. It's ready and waiting. And HEMA, what did you train and study in HEMA? Was it specifically longsword? Was it rapier? What did you study in
longsword? Really? Yeah. I did a little bit of buckler and stuff, but it was more longsword really. I'm very tall. I'm 6'4" with a long reach. So
I retract. Okay, cool. I'm gonna use a quarterstaff. I'll be using a quarterstaff when I fight you with your long reach.
A little lunge. I'd probably get hit on the arms far too many times than I should, but a lunge to the face is always quite nice for the finishing move.
I'm gonna play you a sound. You'll like this as a fellow sword. So these are hand forged. Zane and Michael probably tired of me doing this as well as everyone else, but I don't care because it's a fellow
your
sword
channel.
nut. It's a sword nut.
It's your channel.
So these are forged by a company here on the East Coast, and they're Baltimore Knife and Sword. So they are a family of blacksmiths that are still forging. A lot of the blades are CNC cut through steel, and they're great, but they don't look quite the same as you can see with these, and they don't sound. Here you go, Ollie and everyone else.
Okay.
That's the sound. That's.
Give us a ding again. Give us one more ding. Yeah, nice.
Those are the jams. So is that the source of Broadsword Wargaming behind the store, or is it something else?
I never really made the connection, but I came up with a name because I wanted something like I used to play a lot of I played a lot like Diablo and a lot of like Baldur's Gate and all that kind of stuff, right? I kind of wanted something that was like it's the whole channel really before I had the idea of the shop, but something like classic and something like trustworthy. Do you know what I mean? Like something everyone goes Broadsword Wargaming.
Broadsword Wargaming.
Broadsword.
That's the one I trust. Yes.
Yeah, exactly like that. They sound like a jolly good chat. So, yeah, I thought, it's classic, isn't it, really? It's timeless. And, yeah, so that was kind of there. But, it's all good fun, isn't it? There you go, look at that. You see, another thing we all have in common is somewhere down the line, a lot of musicians and actors and stuff like that, like, and all sorts, aren't there, really?
That's right. That's right. Lovely. Well, this is a good time reminder. Something I'm absolutely atrocious at on my channel, Ollie, is plugging this channel. If you're new to the Crazy Crafter, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to turn on the bell notification so you can be notified whenever it is we go live. If you want to support the channel, there's tons of different ways you can do that through the merch store, the Patreon, and in addition to supporting my channel, I've also got some amazing folks that I'm hanging out here with on the stream today. You've got Nat1 Videos, Zane from Zane Morgan Crafts as well. All the links and affiliations to their channels, Patreons, is down below in the description, as well as Ollie, and you'll have to let me know if there's anything else. I've put up this morning, there's a link down there to Oliver's gaming store there in the UK for Broadsword Wargaming. I got a link to his Patreon, and of course, if you aren't subscribed to Broadsword Wargaming on YouTube, you got to head over there and check him out as well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And are you Michael and Zane? Are you guys regulars here then? Are you
Oh,
Yep.
Every week.
Every week. So
can't get rid of me. I'm like a roach.
I have they have been co-hosting this stream with me, and while Zane is newer to the co-hosting, although we're going up on it's been several months now, they have been apart. Has it been since the second week of the stream, essentially? It's been since day one, essentially.
Yeah, it's over a year.
It's
a bit
well
more.
over a year now. I
still don't think I've missed one.
I don't
sure.
think you. Maybe one when you were traveling back home from from Ireland,
Yep.
but that would be the one, right? But yeah, they're here. I can't get rid of them, and I'll happily take them forever and ever, Ollie. It's just at least once a week where we get to hang out, and things felt we missed having Shawn on. It's awesome that we were able to have you and get you on here to hang out. But worst case scenario, I get to hang out with Michael and Zane and the rest of the crew out there in the audience, and so it's never a bad thing, and it's always fun to see. I think one of the things, and you got Zane and Michael, we can chat about this. Like, I feel like I've become like, what can you build in 2 hours is an awesome mindset to get in. So like, I like this inherited speed crafting skill set that has evolved as a result of doing this stream. And what can you accomplish in that time frame realistically, and what can you do? So
It's good fun.
Yeah.
I like it. If I'd been a bit more prepped, I'd have done something. But you know what? I'm doing something now that I need to be doing, and that alone is hobby winning, isn't it?
That is 100% it. There's nothing wrong with that, my friend. That is just it. You'll have to let us know out there in the chat what you guys are working on at all. If you all are hobbying today, if you're just hanging out listening to us as we craft and get all the hobby necessities done. This is a nice build for me today because I came off of stressed trying to get that terrain built for the one shot I was running last night. So this diorama is just a kind of fun little release where I'm like, I can just relax. And again, I had kind of a little bit of a plan. I'll have to show you. This is where I'm at with this right now. I'm Mod Podging this little diorama, but I got my ruined wall here, and then my little archway, so my little guy will fit neatly right in here. He'll look pretty.
I love it.
Pretty sinister.
Oh, we've got another little wally bit. And how are you doing there, Michael?
Mine is actually not going to plan.
Uh-oh.
The structure is good, but I was hoping that the shadow box part of it would be better than it is. I also have got Mod Podge on the screen, so
brilliant.
Oh.
Several problems. Yeah, this is it.
Oh man, that's cool though.
It looks awesome.
I'm gonna have to. I think I'll finish it off tonight, but I'm gonna have to do the screen again because I can't have Mod Podge on it.
Yeah.
You can't really see what's behind there, can you?
Yeah, it's a big thing doing like this.
It's Nosferatu.
It is Nosferatu. Well done.
Nosferatu. That looks great. That was that's reminiscent of your Nazgul Book Nook on that different levels of what is that specific technique called, Michael, when you're using just the shadows, the silhouetting shadows?
Paper cut light box.
Paper cut light box. That's a really cool technique. I love that.
Yeah.
Well,
so little disappointed.
I'm trying to think which one of your videos I watched very recently. Actually, it was the "You Shall Not Pass" one that you did, the Moria one.
Oh,
yeah.
I think I saw a good few of those. You did a couple of that kind of thing, didn't you? The Balin's Tomb. Yeah, I was just looking now. I saw all those ones. They were really nice. They were really
Thank you so much, man.
In fact, you can see actually that was a pretty popular one for you as well, wasn't it? So
that's my most popular video was that one. That one was a collaboration with Carl, who's out there in the chat, and also
Josh,
Elston and Josh.
Yeah. Pickle did a bit on that one, didn't he? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all contributed to that one, so it was awesome. That was a really cool project.
Did Pickle paint the demon? What's it called? The Balrog. Yeah. I remember I saw kind of all your series in those ones.
And he let me keep it. Is one of my prized possessions now. I absolutely love it. So, yep, very, very pleased
Well,
with
I'm glad
that.
we've had a chance to catch up really to meet, because I say, like, you and I, at least, Michael, have been, chatted a bit in a few groups and here and there, and it's nice to actually be able to say hello, really, to you properly. Whereabouts are you from originally? I'm guessing.
So, yeah, north coast of Ireland.
I was guessing north, right?
I'm sure you've been up to the Giant's Causeway.
Do you know, I've been up, Kira's got family up in Donegal, so I've been up that way quite a lot, at the very top, like on the peak, so...
So there is like an estuary between where I live and like it's a close distance, but you have to drive really far because you have to drive out round the estuary.
That's it. They're in Maville, which is like the other side of the estuary, right? So they probably see you from their house, but it's like a 2-hour drive around the gap. Do you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
So like as the crow flies, it wouldn't take very long to get there at all. But like in the car, you're doomed.
Yeah. And do you come back very often then? Do you come over this way often anymore? Have you been back to the older land?
Obviously, the last 2 years, no. It's been horrible, like once a year kind of thing. But previously, all the time. And to be quite honest, I don't really want to be living in London.
Okay.
This is,
I met a girl. Work that's got you there then, is it? Or is it?
Well, I met a girl. We've got a kid now. But she's up for moving back to Ireland, so.
I mean, it wasn't my plan to move to the west of Ireland, but very much the same situation. I met a girl and she took me over here. But
you gotta do your duty.
Yeah, we could move back, man. Just swap lives. I'll just come and live be you for a while, and you come be me, and then we're living in the right countries again, aren't we?
Sounds good to me. But yeah, it's like
nice.
London's got its hooks in. Like it's really hard to get out of the city once you're in.
I used to live in Hackney and Homerton, Lewisham.
Oh yeah,
all around there. Whereabouts are you? North, east, south, east London lad, or what?
Northwest.
Oh,
so
nice, okay.
Up just north of Portobello Road kind of area, Ladbroke Grove.
Yep.
So you know where to find Michael, everybody.
Yeah, I'm just because basically he was stalking outside my house for a while. So, what house number were you again? What street was it? What's your phone number? Time to dox you on the internet. No,
I did think of this, and I chose my words carefully. So,
yeah, well done.
I gave you a rough kind of direction.
Area, somewhere in London, mysterious, a man of mystery.
Exactly,
a man of mystery.
Well, if you're ever back in the old Emerald Isles, you have to make the trip down now.
I mean, I've actually thought about that before, knowing that you live over there. It's like, if I go over there, that would be a cool way to like easily make some content while visiting family or whatever. Not that I would just come to you just to make content, by the way.
Of course not. Sure. Use it? No, not really. I'd be well up for that, man. I get bored on my own over here. There's not many other YouTubers over here. Certainly not. There's a couple, but not loads. So
there is one new channel. I think they've got about 1,000 subscribers now, relatively new, called Try Hard Gaming. I think they're from kind of Belfast kind of area.
I'm in a Discord group of theirs, but they do a lot of competitive 40k in a Discord group. So I've been been in a little bit of theirs as well.
Yeah.
They seem nice. I didn't know they had a channel actually. Now I do.
It's good stuff. I mean, really just like solid tabletop terrain, scatter pieces, lots of kind of that sort of traditional Celtic vibe in their crafts going on.
I think I've been in Discord with all of them. I've even played a game with Tabletop Simulator against them and Ready for Gibraltar, and somehow that's never come up. Like, half of them don't know I've got a channel, and I don't know they've got a channel. You probably should be communicating a bit better, right? Interesting. I know, man. You're more than welcome. Any of you are more than welcome if you're ever in this part of the country.
Likewise. I'm sure you'll be coming over to visit Luke at some point, I'm sure.
I did. I was over a couple of weeks ago. It's the first time, like yourself, I've not been over in a couple of years, so with COVID and everything. But it's my first time over back home in nearly 2 years. So it was a very busy trip. But I did go and see Luke, and Luke came here actually a couple of weeks ago. We did a video or two together, so it was nice. But yeah, it's a lonely time, isn't it? COVID's been tough on doing stuff. So it's quite nice to have people about again, really.
So, I really had a good few laughs at some of the footage that you and Luke were sending to the chat.
Oh my god! Well, we planned on doing totally pissed painting, right? You know, a few other YouTubers have done like pissed painting where they'll have a couple of cocktails or wear some goggles. We thought, no, we're going for it. We're going to do totally pissed painting. So Luke had a couple of too many whiskeys.
Well, he was totally pissed.
Oh man, he was totally hammered. He collapsed like 3 times on the way out, walking home. So we got a bit of footage, and it's me like, right guys, come on. Kira's there as well. We did one of Kira's streams. We're like, right, okay, everyone, we get some B-roll now. So paint, hold your hand there. That's it. There's me really pissed trying to get B-roll of everybody, and then yeah, it just sort of fell apart. And after about 10 minutes, like, this is never happening into a video. My airbrush blew up. Luke just dry brushed everything with a cream. Like, man, it was a state. Like, okay, done. Hand that in. It's like Luke's got the footage. He's like, maybe you can make a video out of it and how it's like you can't get pissed and paint, but this is nothing. Just endless wobbly camera work and everyone's just like falling over. So it was good fun.
There were 1 or 2 particularly funny moments, like the Pringles moment was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, Luke loved that Pringles and he just hit Kira in the face. There you go, Kira, quick, look, what, wait.
I mean, I was curious. I was just like, whoa, like, is that like after behind scenes, like, you know, Kira's behind closed doors, get him out of the house.
He's gone now. He's never coming back now. That's it. He hit me in the face with Pringles. No, she loves Pringles. I'm sure she's quite happy with that one.
Oh no.
You know,
oh, no.
It was good fun, man. That would have been a fun video. But it's there. Some of the footage is there, and you guys have seen some of it. So, you know,
it didn't go to waste.
No, but man, Luke was in a bad way. Although we got up the next day and did manage to do our other videos, so that's
he can hold his can fairly well. I don't know. It's a matter of can he hold his drink? He
probably not, but he can carry on afterwards as if he has. Yeah,
absolutely. I thought I could drink a good bit of whiskey.
Oh man, yeah, I'm a fan of the old malt whiskeys. So I've done a stupid thing. You know when you glue the wrong bit at the first bit and you meant to glue the other bit underneath it. I've done a bad thing. I can't. God damn. Don't. Oh, no, I'm going to have to pull it apart. No.
Zane, where's yours at? Let's see where you're at. Holy shit.
Got some pumpkins along the fence.
Oh, man.
Stick it. Look at you. And is it light up? Fuck off. Look at you.
Why wouldn't it be?
What a show off. Look at him with his good work.
Yeah, right? Right? Love it. Absolutely love it.
That's something I have no experience with, really, is LEDs, and I'd love to learn more about that, like light and smoke effects and stuff. In
well, friends, just hit sub and I will. No.
I know I'm there, man. I'm subbing to all of you now because like that is like that's why I spoke to Atmoseeker a little bit. It was great to get some of his experience. Oh, show. Yeah, man. Lighting effects and smoke. I've just never had any experience with it. I'm a bit scared to try it. So,
it's easy.
Yeah.
My build tomorrow is particularly scary.
Yeah.
I'm putting out tomorrow, yeah.
I am so excited for that.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, there's a legitimate electric shock risk.
Oh, I've seen the thumbnail. I think.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. I'm anxious to see about like. I want to know. I don't want to say too much because that is a truly awesome reveal for it, but I want to know more about it. We got to talk about that next week on the stream. How you went about.
I'm excited, even though I was severely cut out of this project.
You are not. Wait, you hear the love that you're giving in this video, man.
Excited and bitter, he is. That's it.
So, then specifically designed me some STLs for the build, like specifically for this project, which is awesome. And yep, you'll see them tomorrow. They look really, really good.
Ah, yes, I'm excited for Sunday.
He was supposed to include a ticket to London, and I was supposed to come there and help him, but funds ran out, and no.
Budget cuts, mate. That's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah. That real lightning really dipped into the honeypot.
Do you have anything to declare? Yes, I'm bringing the thunder and the lightning. You cannot come. Sorry.
It's cool. I've never seen anything like that as well. So I'm excited to do that. Watch your video, steal it, and then do it as well.
Yeah, right. I've never seen anything quite like that either, Ollie. I thought that was pretty. I can't wait for all the people that are going to start shocking themselves and injuring themselves as a result.
Yeah, there better be a disclaimer.
You need to put a disclaimer on this video.
Don't try this. I don't know why you're
Definitely
Scottish, but
had to say, don't try this at home.
I turned to Scottish. I was
Don't
like,
try this
don't
at
try
home."
it at home. Don't do it. It's because that's literally one of the NPC characters from last night, so he's still
very good.
He's fresh in my brain.
Who's the one from Diablo? Is that Griswold? Hello, what can I do for you?
Yeah. Oh yes.
The Irish ones are normally drunk. To be fair, they're normally drunkards on games. So like, you know.
Aw, it's true.
That's true. I know. I've got an Irish partner. It's okay. I'm allowed to say that now.
Exactly. You get away with it.
She's never done a video yet on the channel without some wine. So
fortunately, we have a good sense of humor. We can take the piss out of ourselves quite well.
Yeah, that's fair.
As all should.
Yeah, man. But don't say anything about me and my country yet. No. I'm pseudo-Irish anyway now, aren't I? So that's it. I've left the motherland.
That's a weird one. Your child has got an Irish or an English accent?
American.
Really?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess Irish, but American, really. Hey, Ollie, do you want to watch some YouTube and play Roblox? And stuff like that, because she watches a lot of YouTube, I think. So she's got this, like,
That's
weird...
what my son wants.
funny.
He wants to watch YouTube, kids YouTube and Roblox. They're obsessed with Roblox.
Man, she's obsessed with Roblox. We got her, she watches Roblox and plays Roblox, and what is it she watches? Lanky Box, which is like these like the two like Americans. They make like 20 million a year or something on YouTube. And we got her some merchandise, and she walked around town with it. She's like, "Hey everyone, make sure to stop by our merch store." Like looks like. But I'm gonna put her in a YouTube video at some point, in a small cameo soon, because she loves YouTube. We've done a few, obviously unreleased. We've done a few videos with her, with like the guinea pigs. We've got some pets and stuff. And she loves like presenting and doing that. So I thought, like you can get some backlash, I know, from the community for doing that kind of thing, but she would love it. She'd love to be into a video. So I'm gonna do the kids game one. I'm gonna do the Frozen one. And she wants to be in the start playing with it. She came up with this. She's like, "Oh yeah." I said, "If you play with it, I'll come in and steal it, and I want you to cry." And she's like, "Okay, I can't wait for that." And then she's like, at the end, she's like, "And then at the end, can I tell everyone you didn't really steal it?" I was like, "Yeah, of course you can." So I want everyone to know you didn't steal it. I was like, "Okay." Yeah, man, that'd be funny. She'd love it.
How old is she?
She just turned 8.
Oh, 8.
So yeah, she's been really well. So we're not sure if she's got COVID today. So we'll she's been great. She's been isolating up in a room. So we've just had to like feed her snacks basically.
Slide it under like Hannibal Lecter style. Slide it open. Hell, you.
She loves it. She's just been sat in there with the TV, the PlayStation, Roblox, eating pizza, and she loves quesadillas and shit. So she's literally got the dream right now.
I want to go back to being a kid and eating quesadillas and chicken fingers, like
I know,
like
and not getting fat.
Guess I never grew up.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Oh my gosh. Well,
I literally.
Go ahead. No. Go.
So this restaurant just opened up down the street, and it's new to the area, and it's a chicken restaurant. They specialize in chicken fingers.
Ooh.
The last 4 days, the line has been wrapped around the entire shopping center, and they've had to have police come in and direct traffic.
Yes.
Because it's so popular.
Yes.
So I decided to park and cross the parking lot and go into this restaurant just to try this chicken, and it was wonderful. But I waited in line like 30 minutes just for chicken fingers. So yep.
I mean,
I've never grown up.
I'd wait.
I'm a professional child.
I'd wait 30 minutes in line for chicken fingers, Zane, easily.
Yeah,
but it was like a Lord of the Rings journey to get to this place just because of traffic. So,
Lord of the Chicken Wings.
Lord of the Chicken Wings.
Oh,
Lord of the Chicken.
Too good. You're wasted. That is.
I'm here every week, guys.
I'm here every week. The what was I gonna say? Do you guys have Krispy Kreme there in the UK?
Yes.
Krispy Kreme donuts.
Do you know what's
Not a
really
fan.
annoying about that though? They have a Krispy Kreme donut stall in Paddington Station that we have to walk by every morning whenever I take my daughter to nursery. And she always wants a Krispy Kreme donut. And like, if she doesn't get one, there's a drama. And so more often than not, there's a drama because you have to have those boundaries. It's just like, no, we're not getting one now.
Dude.
It depends what kind of day you're having, right? Whether you weigh up whether it's worth the drama for the
Exactly.
to stop the spoiledness. Yeah, some days I'm like, do you know what? Just have what you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Other days, no, never again.
Can I have ice cream for breakfast? Okay.
Sure, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah. You maniac.
Do you want diabetes by 12?
Go for it. Go for it.
Go for it.
Oh my
Josh
God.
ate Haribo for breakfast, apparently.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, what?
And 2 Monster energy drinks.
Oh my gosh. I can't do the energy, like the Monster energy drinks anymore. Like, I can't do energy drinks anymore.
I don't like them.
I don't like them either. And like, they just wreck me now. Like, my stomach is toast if I do
I've been
that.
dependent on them a little bit lately. It's not good.
Honestly, I like Red Bull the best.
I've been having the sugar-free Monster. I had a sugar-free Monster today. Basically, today has been a mental day of like. So I started at 10 a.m. yesterday at my other job, finished at 10 a.m. this morning, then came up at home, put up all the pre-orders on the website, and then left at 11 o'clock to go to the shop, and then was there till 20 to 6. Came back, had food, started here, and it's been one of those kinds of days. I mean, it's a 36-hour day, so it's been a busy one. But it's there. We're there now. We're at the end. I'm chilling now. Doing this together wrong, meeting some new people.
Doing it together wrong. Is that what you said?
Yeah, this is all wrong. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh no. Well, this is I'll show you guys this. This is, I think mine doesn't light up and it's not as cool as Zane's, but this guy
That looks sick.
Pretty cool. I had a tree. Have you seen trees done this way before, Ollie? This is something that Joe Levine from Encounter Terrain showed all of us how to do. Like these pipe cleaners, you twist them together, and you get these. You don't have to glue it, and then you just burn off the little material, the fuzzy stuff on the end, and you can get some pretty wicked freaking trees.
I've never done it that way. I use armatures and I use moss and stuff like that. I've never done that kind of sheet. What's the technique here then?
You take the pipe cleaners, right? So you take a small little batch of pipe cleaners.
What do they look like?
Just like the little bendy pipe cleaner, right? That you'd stick in.
Oh yeah.
And you clean it out, and then you can literally just start you can have your top side here, and you start twisting. So you can make that be the roots or the top side. I have my butane torch.
Because man, I am looking for some old
trees.
Old graveyard style scary spooky trees.
This is the,
wow.
I think this is the one of the greatest ways to build those, Ollie, because they're super quick, and then all you have to do, you don't have to glue them. You can add glue for extra. Do you end up using glue on yours for extra texture, Zane, or do you just leave them as is?
Sometimes it depends on the tree.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'll probably like modeling compound mine a bit, or whatever you call it. Sculpt to mold, that kind of concept.
I mean, but here we are in 60 seconds, Ollie, and you have the base and shape of a
graveyard.
Tree. Yeah,
wow,
and check. Zane's got his done up there. They look great there.
Let's have a look. Oh yeah. Can I click on his screen? Yeah, I can't. No, I can't. There we go.
Did you guys watch Luke's Indestructible trees video?
Uh,
I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen that one yet.
I don't watch Luke's content. I hate him. No, I did indeed. Yeah, he's done like so. I do my trees the way he did. He used to do trees, or still kind of does trees. I'm of the way learn the way of the Luke basically. And,
I've started using the sea foam. I mean, I'm not going to go to the lengths that he's gone with all of the rubber and like layering it up because I don't need it to be that durable.
Mm-hmm.
But the sea foam with the foam flock is awesome.
Yeah, obviously stocking all the Geek Gaming stuff is quite handy because it means I have it all, so I can just do that quite easily. Do you know what I mean? But some of it's not that easy to get hold of and stuff. But,
I'm pretty jealous. I want my gaming store here in Pasadena to start.
It is handy,
stuff.
right?
It's
it is
so
handy.
good. I I used his product for a bunch of the dioramas that I was making for my buddy's wedding. I've used them for just flocking my that base ready Patchy Plains is the shiznit.
It's classic. You know, if you are in the EU, do check out BROADSWORDWARGAMING.com. No, but it is brilliant stuff. Really, I don't think I'd be able to do the boards and things I do now without those products at least. And I just think they're easy, and it's not as scary and complicated. It is literally just like you're just doing there. You find a cool technique, you're making a cool tree now, burn that down, then cover things in modeling compound, throw basing ready down, board done. You know,
board done.
And it's brilliant stuff. So I'm going to be making a one of the kids' toys is like an old. It's like a ruined. I guess I'm looking at it like a ruined wizard's tower maybe or something like that. And I've got the Warhammer Fantasy old mausoleum sets and stuff like that. So I'm going to make like an abandoned old spooky tower with a load of graveyards around the back. So some of those trees would be ideal for that.
You know, that's something else. That sounds really cool, Ollie. Like I think one thing that I want to start incorporating more into my D&D terrain building is those old Warhammer pieces of
good.
They're freaking awesome. I love them, and you can paint them up. You can assemble them and paint them up really quickly, or incorporate them into your whatever foam or other elements you're using. They're absolutely lovely. That's something that I've been enjoying seeing. What was it? Didn't you do a collab recently with, is it Zorpazorp, where you guys had that? You started building and incorporating both that you were using those same techniques we're talking about, which is just
exactly
those pre-molded pieces and then incorporating it within your own natural gaming board and your terrain.
So
really cool.
we did I get on really well with Lachlan from Zorpazorp. We're he's a good lad, and we've actually got a load of Kill Team battle reports on the way out soon. So there's myself, him, Casey from eBay Miniature Rescues, and Benji from Benji's Hobbies. We're all doing like a 4-way international narrative Kill Team campaign. So we both made some orc boards, and Lachlan's made this ridiculously massive, hugely outrageous board. And we got on really well because I think we have quite similar outlooks on video concepts and board building, and we both have geek gaming stuff. So it's it's easy to do, and he's a nice lad as well. So yeah, man, it's
that makes it easier for sure.
Yeah, I love the stuff like that. I mean, the time zone isn't great, but
that's one of my absolute favorite channels on YouTube is Zorpazorp because of all of the Lord of the Rings content. I just love it.
Yeah,
and actually his latest one about what is it, the Wraith?
Gold Gulgar. What's it called? Gold Dulgar.
Yep.
That inspired my Halloween one-shot terrain. That kind of
brilliant.
I saw that, and I actually found it on, where did I find it? It was on the Tabletop Crafters Guild, I think, before the video was released shortly. And I saw that, and I was just like, this is exactly what I had envisioned, kind of that something similar to that aesthetic. And I was just like, all right, I'm gonna try to do something, along those veins, and that style totally inspired that build from yesterday's game. 100%.
He's just a really talented builder, really high energy, really nice guy.
So, is it true that he worked on the Lord of the Rings set?
He used to be a camera operator, I think, a videographer, I think, of some sort, if I remember correctly. So very possible. I mean, he's in Australia. He's out over that way. So very possible. I'm not entirely sure, but I did go for drinks, like, I don't know, last year before, almost a year before last, with the Perry brothers, the Perry twins. They're who miniature sculptors. They did a lot of the Lord of the Rings, and they sort of sculpted lots of the characters that they used. So they came up with the ideas and the animations that then got used in the film. And they were talking about the Lord of the Rings set and stuff like that. And it's been such a huge project. There's so many people you wouldn't expect. And the more I talk to people that were involved in it, it just must be an amazing experience to have been over there and doing a lot of that,
Same job.
Yeah, damn right. I'm waiting for the Lord of the Rings 2. I'll audition for something.
Apparently, like this very recent, obviously they're doing the animated film that's going to come out, but apparently there's talks about an actual Lord of the Rings movie coming out.
Oh, really?
Yes, but it would be like set back in the age of Morgoth. So I don't know how true that is, but I've started to hear a few rumors about that. if
I
that
know there's
happens.
a series, isn't there? There's a series coming along, isn't there?
Yeah.
Amazon have got.
Yeah.
Is it Amazon have the series? I think. Oh,
Yeah,
talking of
yeah.
that, I used to. I've only ever read the books, The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. There's an animated a series of that's come out now, not animated. A series of that's coming out on Amazon. That's very. If you like Lord of the Rings, you'll love that.
That's Lucy. She's into that.
Yeah, it's The Wheel of Time. Do check. That's on Amazon, I think, next week. But if you like Lord of the Rings, that's exactly that kind of stuff. It's so good.
So that's the series that's coming out.
Yeah, I think it's about 12 books. I think big heavy books it is by a writer called Robert Jordan. But yeah, it's a series. I think it must start next week on Amazon maybe.
No,
I've been waiting for that for years.
Might be talking about the wrong series. Is that the one where there's a girl and there's a polar bear?
No, that's
Northern
Philip
Lights
Pullman and the Northern Lights series exactly.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's that was good. I remember reading those books years ago. Actually, they were good fun. How are the bills coming? Is your deadline coming up? You've got 20 minutes if you left.
Yeah.
I basically ripped I ripped the backing out again, and I've decided to start again on the back because I've got clean paper. I've got a bit of time, so I can get rid of the Mod Podge. My hands don't have Mod Podge on them anymore, so
Nice.
back to square one.
Ooh.
See if we can get it looking better.
Are you really crafting if you don't have Mod Podge on your hand?
No.
Mod Podge is life.
Mod Podge is life. Mod Podge is life. Yeah.
Oh, John Lombardi got a Plaid sponsorship, and they sent him a bunch of stuff. Plaid is the parent company of Mod Podge, so I was jealous of
nice.
him. I messaged him. I was like, "Really, John?" But
Whoa, so you
congratulations.
got a Plaid sponsorship. Good for you. Good for
Yeah.
you. Good for you, buddy. That Plaid sponsorship.
Well, I just saw on chat there, Robert Evans. Geek Gaming Scenics is the best line in my opinion. I fill in with AK Interactive and Vallejo products. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I like the AK Interactive Dark Mud stuff like that's quite nice. I use some of the green stuff, World water resins. You know the resin effects. They're really nice as well. They kind of fit nicely in. For sure.
I bought when I purchased some of his base ready stuff. I did Patchy Plains, the Mediterranean one, and then I bought some of his foam flock.
Oh yeah.
And I hadn't used the foam flock before, and I loved the foam flock a lot. That's what I used. I used to cover my Bilbo Hobbit hole. I used the foam flock on there, and I fell in love with that too. I was just like, dude, that's some fun. Like you said, I think the thing about when you start flocking a piece, especially if it looks so good when you add it on, and I equate flocking in my mind. It's the equivalent of contrast paints for terrain. Like it's essentially, it's not liquid talent, but it's like whatever the material is, or whether it's foam, whatever. Like it just adds instant depth to any piece when you throw some good flocking on there.
Definitely. If I'm struggling with a bit and I'm like, oh, you know, something's not looking quite right, or I'm doing a building, I'll have a bit of flock on there. Covers all the mistakes.
Covers all
No one
the
will ever know.
mistakes. That's right.
It's the way
That's
forward.
right. Oh, have you seen any of this, Ollie? Have you gotten your hands on this new base ready paints that Army Painter's coming out with? Have you seen these?
I haven't got any. No.
They're coming out.
Has anyone had to
soon.
go with them yet?
I haven't had them yet, but I've been seeing a couple of videos. Couple folks out there have gotten their hands on them, and I'm anxious to get my hands on them as well. And they're supposed to be, I think they look like they add even a little bit thicker. They look thicker than the contrast paints to add in and maybe layers. So I'm curious. I know Josh is out there. But if anyone else, if you guys know what I'm talking about, I believe they're called the Base Ready paint line from Army Painter.
Yeah.
But those are supposed to be pretty epic new paints that are coming out to folks. I think for the holiday. I think
Yeah. So they're basically Army Painters contrast paints, aren't they? Right.
That's exactly what. Well, no, because Army Painter does have their contrast paints. They have I guess they're more.
They're about washes, like the
They're
dips
the
and
washes,
stuff.
like the strong tone or dark tone. I guess you're right. I think you're right. This is their answer to Citadel's contrast paints. I think you're right.
Oh, fucking idiot.
What'd you do?
Sorry.
Oh, fucking. Please. How
He's
dare
an idiot.
you,
Is whatever he is. He's an idiot.
Hold on. We'll go back. We'll edit it in post. It's
man.
okay. We'll just edit it out, Michael. No worries.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone.
I
Yeah.
just keep doing this build up today. It's not going well at all. Keep making mistakes.
Sure, it'll be amazing.
I was about to say, Zane. I was like,
I think it's going to be garbage. So, yeah,
definitely more along the lines. Now I think we're getting there now. It's just messy in the background, messy behind.
Oh, Leif from Devs and Dice. Welcome to the stream. I see you out there, brother. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. He says, "What an awesome lineup of crafters. Evening, gentlemen. Evening to you, Leif. Looking forward to." Our adventure here in just a short bit of time. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'll give you. Well, let's take bets. What character is Leif is Leif playing in our one shot?
Dwarven Barbarian.
What are you playing?
Oh, what am I playing? I'm playing a Furbolg cleric, following the path of the nature domain. So
okay,
I'm definitely attuned, a little bit more attuned to nature, and I figured someone has to heal along the way in this adventure. I know Seb's gonna do his darndest to kill us all, so I figured we need a healer, and I think it'll be fun. I've not played. Normally I'm the tank in our campaign. I play a hill dwarf barbarian following the path of the battle rager.
Nice,
but. I'm normally the frontline tank, so that's going to be a different role for me today. I'm looking forward to kind of mixing it up a little bit. So we have a dwarf barbarian from Michael. What about you, Zane? What do you think Leif's going to play?
A elven druid. I don't know.
An elven druid? Ooh, that'd be fun. Elven Druid would be fun. If anything, I'm getting really good ideas for character creations here. Ollie, what do you think he's going to play? What do you think Leif from Devs and Dice is going to be?
I don't know particularly well. Seen a few videos. I reckon you play a very handsome bard.
Oh, a handsome bard. I like that. Yeah, that'd be fun. You'll all just have to tune in.
What time is this going live?
It will go live at 9 p.m. your time. 9 p.m. So an hour after we end. 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when that goes live. We are very, very excited to be hanging out and streaming and doing a live play session over on Atmos Seeker here in a little bit.
Definitely have to jump in on that.
Yeah, it'll
be. I have to come in and say hello, I think.
Be a bit of fun, that's for sure. And I can't wait. Like, I'm gonna have trouble just not like ogling the setup that Sebastian, I'm sure, is setting up. Like, it's gonna be ridiculous.
Yes.
I'm normally a half elf or elfie bard or paladin. That's my normal route. I like a bit of wizardy, a bit of a support character. That's my
wizard.
My normal.
Casters are amazing. You can do some crazy stuff with that there magic. One of our characters last night in our campaign that we were in our little one shot we were playing did some wild magic barbarian, and I thought that was some fun stuff that I'd never seen the wild magic in play. I thought that was pretty cool. So you could grow stuff like vines and stuff around depending on what it's kind of random, so you roll for it. And at one point he like grew vines and stuff up around him, and it was hard. So when monsters and stuff like went past him or tried to get to other folks that like have their movement, I was like, oh, that's some pretty legit obstacles that you can create. That again, another way to be a tank, but also support, right? And assist everyone else in session. I thought that was cool.
I think the most D&D I played for a long time was online stuff was as close as I did. I mean, I played a lot of Baldur's Gate, but I used to play. I don't know if I remember. I did an online game. This must have been knocking on 20 years ago, called D&D Online Stormreach. I don't know if you ever played that.
I didn't. I haven't.
I was probably pretty old school now. It's kind of pre-World of Warcraft, early World of Warcraft days. But man, that was just excellent. I used to love like those kinds of, like, you get some epic tales. Do you know what I mean? Epic stories of people leading the way, and I'd love to get back into D&D with a bit of time. You know, time's always the issue, isn't it?
It sure is. It always is, right? Finding the time, you know, the hobby time alone, but then also, you know, coordinating. The hobby time is you negotiating your own schedule and juggling all that. But then when you're getting a game together, you know, you gotta negotiate all the schedules from everyone else. That's what's so lovely about having the store. You got the place set up and you can create it. Oh, look at that! Hold it right there, Michael. Right there. Up a little further. Up a little closer. Nope, closer to the camera. There it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a cool build, brother.
And to respond to Devs and Dice, yes, it is Nosferatu. Yeah,
Nosferatu. It needs more Mod Podge on the screen. I don't know why you got rid of that.
I changed out the flicker lights, the yellow flicker lights. I didn't like the way that was, so I've just got a plain white.
Oh, that looks good. I think that's, I mean,
a bit better.
That's what I wish I had was flicker lights. I don't have any more.
Someone teach me, how are you doing these LEDs? What's all underneath those pumpkins? What's behind that thing? What are you using?
So I cheated on this. Oh, you, yeah, whichever. We're both using.
Both of you.
A tea light, and you're hooking it up to those connectors for the Switch, right?
No, the tea light was what the yellow one that I did at first, and then they've just moved to like a little string of lights. You just get you can get a pack of 15 of these for like £5, and like so that's got a string of like 15 or 20 LEDs on it. You can get like 40 of these tea light things for again less than a tenner.
They're like cheap Poundland ones, right? Like just little cheap ones that come in a pack.
Yep.
Do you just dig them into a board, right? That's nice. Like, they're strong as well. The one Zane's got there. They look pretty powerful. And you just like build them into the board, and do you take them apart and do bits? Do you wire stuff? Like, I'm scared of wiring and things like that. I'm an idiot.
I do wire stuff together for more permanent boards, but like for a lot of bits of terrain, you can just set this in, you know, and you can turn it on and off, and then you can replace it or whatever. But I've got a couple of builds where I've built it in, and then you can, as long as you've got access to the battery pack at the back. But recently I've been wiring up stuff. I've been wiring up, tomorrow's build is all wired up.
Yeah.
So
I typically wire my own LEDs and the strips and everything, but for this one I cheated. I don't usually use pre-made packs like this, but the color was right, and with these you can cut them to whatever size you want and they're still working. So like I cut 4 bulbs off of it and it still lights, but I took them, wired them together, and then just put another battery pack on it, and that's what that is. So, but typically I'll just take my LEDs and wire them together how I need them.
That is intimidating to me. It's a big pile of wires.
It's positive and negative. That's all you need to know.
Yep. And it's pretty amazing what you can achieve with those LED lights. I don't know if I have it set up over here. I have it too. I've only used the LED strips like on that once, Ollie, and it was for another guy. Right? Yeah, the Kill Bill one. And I just inlaid them on the inside. Now I did have to put, since they were brighter, I just like put like a frosted plastic in front of them to diffuse them. But like the strip lights and like the connector, it's really, if I can do it, you can do it.
Okay. I'm just scared. I'd love to start incorporating that into some builds, but
I'm tripping out here on my foam that I use, because this one's from Tina. I just noticed on the back side here, y'all. I'll show you guys up close. I'm showing the stream here first, but she used an embosser on the back side of this foam. So the other side of this wall that I did is textured with the embosser that Tina rolled out. So that's pretty cool. I was like, oh, I didn't even notice that.
A little bit of Tina Martin.
Tina Martin in the build. I absolutely love it. That's really cool. Really
so,
cool.
Can I give a little sneak peek of my tomorrow build then?
Please. We will happily take a sneak peek. Ooh.
Yeah. If you put your hand in that, would it zap you?
That's not an animation. That's real electricity.
You guys are gonna have to tune in. Yeah, would it shock you, Michael, if you stuck your hand in that?
No, you can touch the sparks, the Tesla sparks, but you can't touch the actual pin in the middle. If you touch the pin in the middle, goodbye.
What do you mean goodbye?
So,
what does that
as in
mean?
you could either severely burn yourself or worse, basically. So this build that I've made for tomorrow is just total ridiculous for Halloween, and there's a big warning: do not try this at home. So,
okay,
so
I'm going to be trying that at home.
Yeah,
I'm going to zap myself. If I die and my child, it's all your fault.
Ollie, that's the one to start with. Just start with real currents and let it fly, baby. Don't worry.
See what
about
happens.
It. Don't worry about it. That Michael, that's absolutely epic and insane, and I cannot wait to see that video tomorrow. Again, like, we've gotten to see some sneak peeks that you've shown us over the time, and that's a really cool treat. Be sure to tune in tomorrow to Nat One Videos, and you can check out that awesome video that Michael is building and collaborated with our very own Zane Morgan. So that's going to be a ton of fun to check out.
I mean, this isn't nepotism. It's not just because Zane is here. If it wasn't for Zane's help, I would have never got that build finished on time for tomorrow, because I really wanted to get it done for Halloween. So,
I mean, if I can give a little spoiler into it, we had a larger scale project in mind, and it had to get cut back due to limitations. But I think it's really cool what you ended up with. So.
I think it's absolutely remarkable. It's gonna be super cool. And if you guys, I'm telling you, if you haven't seen Zane Morgan's channel, Zane Morgan Crafts, and what Zane is building and able to design through Blender, I'm not seeing any. I'm telling you, I don't see anyone else. You're talking about stuff that we haven't seen before. I'm not seeing anyone design their shit and incorporate it into the builds quite like Zane. So head on over there and show Zane Morgan some love. Your channel is growing quite rapidly over there and is getting a lot of love as of late. So we want to keep that love heading on over to Zane. So keep flowing. Head on over
27 right now.
Bam, baby. Bam. Keep going. Onwards and upwards. We got a few minutes left here. This has been an absolute blast getting to hang out with Oliver today from Broadsword Wargaming. We can't thank you enough, man, for coming on.
Thank you.
This has been an absolute treat for all of us. And again, this is one of the amazing reasons the community is so awesome. We lost our guests less than 24 hours ago. And here, Oliver, after an insane, crazy day, is jumping on the stream, hanging out with us, and giving us a little bit of a peer and insight to what it's like on his little crafting corner of the universe over there in Ireland, and getting a peek into broadswords. So we really appreciate your time, brother, coming on.
It's been thanks for the invite. It's been really nice to finally put faces and names and have a good chat and get to know everyone a little bit better. Because, as I say, we've all been in various groups for too long now, and have never really connected too much. It's lovely to have the time to be able to do it. So thank you very much for the invite, and for all the awesome work you guys are doing. I'm going to be pinching all of your ideas and learning how to do wiring, learning how to electrocute myself, or playing with swords. So any of those things.
Yeah,
you
should. There should be a great. What are the I do every now and again a fights on foam, Ollie. I'd love to see a Broadsword Wargaming fights on foam. Like pick your favorite. What's one of your favorite fights on film? So far, I've done The Princess Bride, I've done Kill Bill, and I've done The Duelists. So,
do you know what? I'd be well up for that. I know what springs to mind immediately.
What would you do?
I'd do something from Ip Man. Have you ever watched any of those?
Yes.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe 3, maybe the one where he fights against the other, like, master, and they use, like, the staff, then they use the swords, then they use, like, the pikes and stuff. That'd be epic. I love those films.
Go on, you can go on Hero Forge and create your minute. That's typically where I start, and I create, what is it, the couple bucks it takes to buy the STL, and then print them out, paint them, and then, like, build the world around that. I'd love to see an Ip Man one. That'd be cool.
Imagine the one with all the tables. They fight on those the wobbly tables in that room with all the masters sitting
That would be amazing, Oliver.
I'd love that.
Get it.
I'm in. Whenever you're doing it, message, I'm in.
Oh.
That'd be so good.
Okay.
There you go.
Shoot.
I'm in.
There we go. We'll have to figure that one out. Again, if you're not aware, just in an hour's time, be sure to head on over to Atmoseeker's channel. We're doing a live play today. We've got a D&D one shot that Sebastian from Atmoseeker is putting together for us. Lay from Dev's Dice, Danny from 3D Printed Tabletop, myself, and then also Steve from RPG Music is going to be hanging out there. I'm sorry, not Steve. Steve, again, I'm still in frickin' D&D mode last night. Steve-O. Someone basically created the Terminator from Terminator 2 and played him as like a Warforged character, and he named himself Steve. So Steve is in my Travis Savoy from RPG Music is going to be hanging out there. You guys aren't going to want to miss that live play. Head on over there and be sure to hang out with us and watch us not die.
That was a seamless cover, by the way. There.
Yeah, thank you, by the way.
Just noticed that everyone's streaming tonight. Pickle Jar's just going live here.
Awesome.
Kira's live on Twitch.
I just remembered, Colin.
Twitch.
I just remembered that we didn't do the Discord today.
Oh no, we didn't get it. I'm gonna do a special stream upcoming this week where I'm not gonna craft. That's me just gonna be going over the Discord, logging in, hanging out. I may craft a hobby away a little bit, but I'm just gonna focus. I just want to do a Discord stream where I catch up and get to see all the awesome work that you guys have been doing, talk about it. So we'll do that. That's coming up this week. Yeah.
Earlier in the chat, I mentioned everyone, if you're dressing up or you have a favorite costume, post it in the Discord because I want to see everyone's costumes. I posted my Winifred Sanderson costume from a couple years back. That was totally created by me. I did the wig, I did the costume, I did everything myself. So if you guys created something, post it in there. I know Lisa had posted a really good costumes that she created for her son, so check them out.
Cool.
I can see Kira over here with some sort of outfit on, ready for her Halloween stream. In fact, just come through the door now. So there you go. That'll be a Halloweeny as well. So it's all Halloween, man.
A quick horror trivia question for you guys before we go.
Sure.
Hit me with it.
Okay, so let's see if you guys are any good. What is the name of the killer in Friday the 13th?
Oh, come on.
Come on, then. Tell me.
Freddy. Or no, Freddy is Nightmare.
Is it Jason or
Jason.
Freddy? Jason.
No, wrong.
What is
Friday the 13th is the first movie. It's Pamela Voorhees. It's Jason's mother is actually the person who kills. Question, and I got you.
You did. I get too scared of horror films.
Thank you. See, man, I can't do horror. I can't do horror films.
I like gore. I don't mind gore films. Saw. I'm not a fan of anything with like creepy children like that. No, not for me. Anything that makes it like I'm going upstairs and I run. So I'm too scared of what could be behind me.
Devs and Dice got it.
Devs and Dice got it. Nice.
Dave.
Yeah, look at them all. They all know, don't they?
Well,
that's my favorite trick horror question.
Everyone just goes, that's the one.
Is it?
Well, I'll be sure to remember it next year when we're streaming, and I shall never fall prey to it again.
The only reason I have that trivia question is because I watched Scream last night, and that's one of the trivia questions.
Very good.
That's a good. While I am not a huge horror film, I do enjoy the Scream. I do enjoy the first Scream quite a bit. I like the Scream.
It's a comedy.
Yeah, I mean,
it is a comedy.
Exactly right. I enjoy all the old Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead and Night of the Dead, all the old ones. They are the classic. Like, I don't know, they're so cheesy. They're great. I used to watch so many old horror films when I was a kid with my dad.
If you don't,
Hellraiser and all those things, you know.
If you don't want to watch horror, but you like comedy, horror style, Cabin in the Woods, hands down, great.
That's a really good one.
Classic. Evil Dead, right? That's a good one.
Yeah. There was my version of that cabin.
Nice.
It's one of the first cabins I ever made.
If you want, like that cabin would be perfect. Have you ever seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that film.
I think my all-time favorite horror comedy is Shaun of the Dead, hands down.
Yeah,
it is classic.
That's my favorite one. You got red on you. Yeah. It's my favorite thing to say if I get red paint on me while I'm hobbing. I got red on me. There it is. That's such a.
I love your English accent, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Classically trained.
Yeah, well done,
dude. All right, we're there, everyone. Stay tuned. This coming week, we'll be going. I'll be going live. We'll be able to stream a little bit more this coming week. I'm definitely hoping to get back to a little bit regular session. This whole returning to work thing has been quite amazing and overwhelming, but so lovely to be here hanging out with all of you today out there in the foam family, everyone here on the stream today. Zane, Michael, Oliver, what a pure joy getting to hang out and craft with you guys. It's good to be back, and stay tuned for more stuff. What's the best social media? Where can people follow you again, Oliver? It's down in the description, but YouTube.
YouTube is kind of a main one.
Yep.
I've got a Facebook with a Facebook group which we're quite active on. There's Instagram, and there's a Discord for Patreons as well, which is pretty active as well.
Perfect.
So any of those is the way to go. But no, it's been brilliant. So thank you very much, to having us on and meeting you. I'm sure I'd love to do this kind of thing again and come say hello. And next time I'll craft something shite in 2 hours, and that's the best. Like, what more can I do?
Well, you'll be in similar company in that regards, and I doubt it will be shite, my friend. How far did you get with your knight? How far did you get with your army tonight? Where'd you go?
Done the whole body is all fully finished and together.
Yes.
I've got a couple of legs done, so I reckon I've got another half hour, and this is done, and then that is me all assembled, ready to start painting tomorrow in some mad, probably 24-hour video.
I'm thoroughly impressed at that speed in assembling and gluing that together. That's you're on track. You'll make it by Thursday, no problem. You got it.
Yeah, sure. Who needs sleep?
All right. Zane and Michael, as always, a pleasure, you two. And until the next time, everyone, be sure to craft your passion daily, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, everyone. Be well.